today is Monday Morning Chats with Sack, and Sack is me. I hope that you guys had a good weekend. I usually post what I'm going to talk about the day before, but however, I just noticed that Instagram has like this new feature now where for some reason I just can't download my video. So I'm going to figure it out. So that's why some of my videos are not uploaded on YouTube, but I will figure it out and I will move forward with making sure that those videos do get posted. Anyway, I hope that you guys had a great weekend. I had a really good weekend. It was a fun weekend. And on my countertop, because I'm in my kitchen, I have like so much stuff on my countertop, like with all the food and stuff like that, because this week is Thanksgiving, and so I'm excited. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays of the year. It's probably one of the favorite holidays in my family because that's the time that we all get together, and then for Christmas, everybody just spends time with their immediate family. So I'm excited. I'm hosting this year, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait to cook. So, and it's going to be a short week for me. So I'm definitely excited about that. However, my heart goes out to those that are suffering from depression, those that are grieving in silence. You know, even though the holidays are supposed to be a cheerful time, it's not a cheerful time for some people. Some people may have lost someone. Some people may have just lost their self. And so this may not be a good time for them because it may be difficult for them to see other people happy, and they're just trying to figure out, like, why do I feel this way? So my heart goes out to those that are struggling at this time. And I do pray that you get the help that you need. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And I'm not sure what that help may look like for each person, but I'm sure it may look different. So if you're struggling during this time, my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to your family. And I just hope and pray that you find some type of comfort. So I always have an idea like what I'm going to talk about. And most times my Monday morning chats, sometimes they stem from things I maybe thought about for a while, or most times it was conversations. And I had a great conversation with one of my girlfriends this past Saturday. And we were on the phone for like an hour and a half. We were just catching up because just life happened. We were just catching up on some things. And so today, if I had to label this chat, it will be the 2.5 things that I want to talk about. The first thing is, what's your plan, right? What's your plan? Number 2, toxic people, you have to leave them behind. And then 3, my career, I feel excited. So the first thing is, what's your plan? You know, a lot of times when you talk about things that you want in your life, or sometimes listening to people that talk about the things that they want in their life, sometimes they just talk about, hey, I just want a better job. But what does that mean? And so when I was talking to my girlfriend, I was like, well, you know, I just started listening to her about the things that she wanted. I'm like, okay, well, what's the plan? And the thing that she said to me, she said, I've never been so clear on my purpose as I do now. And I feel the same way. And I was just asking her, I said, well, what does your purpose involve, just making more money? And she said, for the first time in my life, I'm able to say that my purpose is not just directly towards money. It's about growth. It's about things that I really, really want in my life. And so the thing that I've learned is that you can have different jobs and you can get more money and more money. But the thing that I learned as a tax attorney, as well as just helping people with their tax returns, you can make more money. And the more money that you make, it just bring out the person that you really are. So if you are someone that mismanaged money, you're going to be someone that just struggles with managing a whole lot of money. Until you realize, like, hey, I need some type of help. Oh, excuse me. I have something in my eye. I have something in my eye. But the more money that you make, you can mismanage that money. So is that really what you really want in your life? Do you really want to make more money? Yes, more money allow you to buy more things. Absolutely. But what else do you want for your life? What's the plan? And we just start talking about these things. Okay, so what's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? I'm 35. In 5 years, I'll be 40. And so now it's just looking at, okay, what do I really want? And honestly, I've never been more clear than ever. Like, I'm at a point in my life where I'm on solid ground. Now I could just move up and move up and move up. Like, I'm not looking for a different profession. Like, I'm in the profession that I really want and I really, really love. The next thing for me is writing more articles, getting TV exposure, and things of that sort, and figuring out how can I help the next law student, especially a law student of color. And so what is your plan? Like, what do you see yourself as when you become 40 or when you become 45 or when you become 50? Like, what do you aspire to be? There is an actor, I forgot his name. I know he plays in Lincoln Lawyer. And there's a speech that he had. It's so motivational. And it's called My Hero. And so sometimes when you think about your hero, you look at another person, right? You look at another person and that's who you inspire to be. But what he said was his hero was the person that he will become. So when he was 30, he looked to the person that he will become at 35. So it's like no matter what he's done, he's reaching to become his higher self. Like, okay, what can I do to become better? So he's like, I'm striving to become a better person. And so when I look at my hero is myself. Who can I become to be better? I can only do things that make me better. And so the speech was like very inspirational. And if I can find a link, I will post it so you guys can look at it because it's so amazing. It's so amazing. And so who do you aspire to be? Yeah, you want another job, but is that job going to take you to the next level? Can you really connect the dots? Like, where are you going in? Now, don't get me wrong. Some people are okay with being stagnant. Some people are okay to say, hey, this is the job that I have. I'm okay with staying here forever. I'm okay with not making a raise. Like, I'm okay where I'm at. I don't need to move at all. But then I think about it that some people like that. They don't like change. Or they don't like more responsibilities, because I can tell you that the more money that you make, you will have more responsibilities. And so you have to really ask yourself, like, where do I see myself in the next 5 years? Where do I see myself in 10 years? In 15 more years, I will be 50, right? I can't believe I'm saying it, but in 15 more years, I will be 50. And even though 15 years seem like a long time, that will happen soon. Like, that will happen soon. So I think about, okay, where do I want to be when I'm 40? Where do I want to be when I'm 45? Where do I want to be when I am 50 years old? Where do I want to be when I'm 55? Where do I want to be when I'm 60? Like, so these are the things that I think about because I want a plan. Like, I'm so sure that if you fail to plan, you fail. It's a saying that, I know I'm probably messing it up. If you fail to plan, you will plan to fail. Usually we say this term in business, right? If you don't have a plan for your business, you will fail. Even as a business owner, I have to make a plan. Like right now, I have like all these thoughts. And I may bring on a business partner. And so it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I had to write these things down. Like, these are the things that I really want. Like, what can I do to just, like, go after it? But I need that for my life. Because when you have a plan, you have guidance, right? And sometimes your plan, you know, it may serve its purpose for maybe a year or 2 years. But as you grow, you may have to change the plan. But a plan will help you stay focused, right? It will help you stay focused. If you don't have a plan, you will just go left, and you would just spiral, just out of control. But do you really have a plan? Like, what do you see for yourself? What do you really want for yourself? Like, the thing that I tell God, like, I have these honest conversations with God. I'm like, listen, God, like, these are the things that I want in my life, but honestly, I really want to build generational wealth. Like, I want to build generational wealth. Doesn't matter about how much money I make. I know the money that I make now, but I know the money that I can make, and I know the money that I will make. So what can I do with that money to create more assets for my future family and the things that I have going on now? Like, it's one thing to be born broke, but if you die broke, that is your fault. That is your fault. And so what are you doing now? Like, what is the plan? Like, what do you see yourself becoming? Like, if you're okay with just saying, hey, I'm just basic, then you're gonna do basic ass shit. And don't do that. Like, you are so much better than that. So what's the plan? What's the plan that you have for your life? What is the plan? Some people just like the idea of just waking up and just partying all the time. That's fine. That's fine. Like, if that's, and there's no judgment. I'm just telling you how I feel. If you like it, I love it. But if you hate it, that's your opinion. But some people just like the idea of just waking up and just partying. There's no structure. But eventually you'll get tired. You'll get tired. I want to wake up and just say, hey, I want to go to Africa for a month or so and don't have to worry about work anymore. I'm just thinking about planning ahead, just saying, hey, this is the funds that I have. And I want to build wealth. That's important to me. And the way society is, you just can't live off of one paycheck, one source of income. Like, you have to have different streams of income if you really want to have the life that you really want. I just truly believe, like, just living off of one source of income, the way society is, I don't think it's going to really work. It may work for, like, the bare minimum of things that you want in your life, but if you really want luxury, one source of income is not going to cut it. And I see this in, like, my career. I see, like, my colleagues, they just don't have one source of income. They have several. So what's the plan? What's the plan that you have for your life? Yes, you may be doing well financially. You may have great credit. You may have good money. And sometimes people brag about 6 figures. But let me tell you, when you make 6 figures, you'll realize how much more taxes you make. And then when you do make it, you're going to like, damn, I just want more money. Like, this is not enough. Because those taxes, let me tell you, those will hit you. They will hit you. So if you aspire to make 6 figures, do it. But I'm going to tell you that when you do make it, you're going to have to pay taxes. And so I hope that when you do hit that mark of making 6 figures, or if that is your goal, if that is a plan for you, when you get there, you're going to have to pay taxes. But are you willing to make more? What are you willing to do with that extra money? Are you willing to invest? Like, what are you trying to do? The next thing is removing toxic people out your life. So this stemmed from the conversation that I had last week. And one of the most hurtful things that people may not know, and it's so funny because me and my girlfriend, we are Libras. We like balance. We like to be kind, but once we like say, hey, I'm done, like this is it, that's it. But for us, we give people chances because we care. But then I realized that, hey, you can have toxic people. And sometimes these toxic people may be family members. Like, you have to remove them. And don't get me wrong. Just because someone exudes negative energy, it doesn't mean that they're toxic. Everybody has negative energy. Like, everybody has bad days. Like, everybody has those. Everybody has a time in their life where they're just going through a storm, right? And I just hope that you not only pray your way through, but you talk to a therapist to help you get through it. Because a lot of times people just say, oh, I'm going to just pray about it. Listen, you need more than some holy water and getting on your knees, pray. You need somebody to talk to. Like, that's important. And we talked about this, like, toxic people that's around us. And honestly, they are emotionally draining. And when you keep them around, it sucks the life out of you. So just imagine, so I have this cup. This is cranberry juice. I had to take my allergy medicine this morning because my allergies were just crazy. So just imagine this cup being filled and you're around toxic people that want they want to exude, they want to get all the positive that you have within you. And so, like, you're pouring into them and you're pouring into them. And as you're pouring into them, like, you're depleting yourself. And it's just like, dang, I'm giving this person so much, but I'm not getting anything in return. Like, is this the type of relationship that I want? Like, when you keep pouring into somebody and it's just like they just keep taking and taking and taking and they can't give anything in return. Like, that's not a good balance. And Libras, we like to be balanced. And I think the thing that for us was like, what if this toxic person is your family member? And we talked about the family members we have to cut off. And I was like, damn, I hate that I had to walk away from this family member. And it doesn't mean I don't love them, but they're not good for my mental health. And we wanted to keep them around. We was like, hey, this person, They can't stay. They can't stay. And it hurts. And the one thing that we told ourselves is that, hey, we could still have family members that we decide to walk away from, but we could still love them from afar. And just because I made a decision not to be around you, not to deal with you, it doesn't mean that I don't love you any less, but I love myself more. And I respect my peace, and I protect my peace at all times, and I respect myself. And so for those reasons, hey, I decided not to deal with you. And that's okay. That's hard. Because sometimes, especially around the holidays, you may get this phone call like, hey, you don't talk to me no more. I don't. I just don't. These unexpected messages like, hey, it's the holidays. I wish we had a chance to be cool again. No. Thank God for the block. That block feature is everything. And it's not saying that I'm avoiding conversations and telephones, but listen, my peace is everything. So I will block you. I don't have time. I still love you, but you can't call me. I still love you, but you can't come in my house. I still love you, but we can't hang out together. I still love you, but your times of venting to me is over. I still love you though. And that goes for anybody. So it's this matter of, hey, I can still love you, but I can love you from afar. And I still want the best for you. Let's not get it twisted. But it's a matter of saying, hey, this, you have to ask yourself, and you have to look at the people that's in your life. Is this friendship, is this relationship, this tie that you had to this person, is it helping you or is it hurting you? And these are the things I ask myself all the time. I am a deep thinker, and sometimes I overthink. But let me tell you, when I start to really pay attention, I'm like, hey, these thoughts never fail me. And so you have to ask yourself, the people that surround you, are they helping you? Are they hurting you? And I told my girlfriend, I said, listen, I really know my purpose in life. I am so sure. Last year it was okay, this is what I want. But this year was more of a confirmation, no, this is your purpose. This is where you need to be. And I look at the people that I'm around okay, are they hurting my purpose? Or can they help me? What is it? Are they helping me or are they hurting me? Are they keeping me back? And if they're hurting me, they're keeping me back, those are not the people that I want to be around. And sometimes these could be loved ones. These can be friends. This could be anybody. It could be your colleagues. But those are not the people that I want around. So I challenge you to ask yourself that. If you're around people, are they helping you? Are they hurting you? Because look, we're at this point in our life where we just, I hope and pray that you desire growth and you desire to be happy, and you desire to have joy, and you desire to have peace. And if you want all those things, you really have to be mindful of the people that's around you. Because some people will suck the joy out of you. Some people will suck the peace out of you. They will suck the happy. They will suck everything out of you. And then I realized the people that want you to pour into them so much and they can't pour into you, sometimes they may be battling with an internal struggle that no one knows about. Just think about if someone wants you to always do things for them, hey, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, hey, you're supposed to tell me I'm this, I'm that, you're supposed to motivate me. But it's just okay, well, I don't mind doing that, but if there's one person doing that and you just want to take, you may be battling something internal. And listen, I always tell people, hey, I think you just need to go to therapy. And that's not a slap in the face, but seriously, I love therapy. My therapist, she tried to end our relationship. I was are you serious? Listen, look, I already told you the things I need to tell you about, but I like tune-up. So I'm going to just call you, and my insurance paid for it, so why not? So I'm going to meet with you to talk to you about different things. Because I realized in my life is that there's some things that I just can't tell my family members. And it's not saying that I just don't trust them, but it's a matter of, hey, I don't got time for the judgment. I just want you to listen, not give me advice, because it may not come from a good place, especially if I know that you're not mentally there, you're mentally not there. But my therapist, this is what she do for a living. And my insurance paid for it, and it's a $15 copay. What? I'm calling my therapist, and my therapist already know, look, Because I got an appointment today. She was like, what you want to talk about? Girl, listen, I got some stuff I need to tell you. But I feel good about it. I don't need to tell certain things to my family members. Like, let me deal with my therapist. But I can tell you that I'm mentally healthy, though. And if I have an issue with somebody, my past issues that I had from years ago, I would never project those on somebody else. And sometimes people think like they're okay, but sometimes there's things that will trigger you. I know my triggers. I know that my feelings are validated. I check my feelings and I hold myself accountable and say, hey, this hurts. This really hurts me. But let's stem to the root of it. Like, why does this hurt? Like, why does this hurt? Well, I take this out on the next person. And I'm not. I'm not. But that's therapy. And that's for me just like saying, hey, Sakina, like check your own shit and say, hey, this is something that you need to change ASAP if you want to be a better person. I can have difficult conversations. I can have those things. I could tell somebody to their face that, hey, I don't like the way you're treating me. And here's why. This is how you make me feel. I don't like to use the term always and never. Like, there are absolute terms. And sometimes when you say those, it's just not right. You can't say, hey, you always do this. Hey, you never do this. You got to, like, check yourself and say, hey, no, this person does do these things. May not do it all the time. But, yeah, don't ever say that. So, yeah, the toxic people, like, you could still love them, but you just gotta love them from afar. And it hurts. It hurts removing people from your life. And as you go up in life and as you move up, some people can't go with you. And I think that's the thing that hurts. Like, there's a lot of friends that I've outgrown. And, like, I think the thing that makes me outgrow them the most, it has nothing to do with my career. I can only go up. And I'm pretty sure my friends and stuff, they can only go up. But what makes me outgrow a lot of my friendships is my relationship with God. Like, as I'm going, I'm just like, look, I can't do the same things I used to do. Like, I can't do that. And even though, like, that may be fun, that ain't my fun no more. Like, that ain't my fun. And I'm not trying to say, like, I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect. Like, I'll tell someone, like, even in my Bible study, I host a Bible study. Like, there's just certain things that, I just can't do. Like, I've outgrown those things. Sometimes, like, when people see me, like, you soft now. I'm like, listen, you don't know how many people I want to swing on. And I don't. And it's not because I don't want to. It's not because I just can't pull up to somebody's house, because I can. But it's just like, I've outgrown those things. Like, if you met me when I was younger, my cousins would tell you, it ain't nothing for me to pull up to somebody. And this is before, like, the whole driving thing. Like, I will find somebody. I will find them. But I ain't like that no more. I ain't like that. And so what makes me outgrow relationships is it's my love for God. I'm realized, like, hey. And because I am so focused on him, he's guiding me. And because he's guiding me, he's just like, my daughter, like, I know you want to bring them with you, but you just can't. Like, you can still pray for them and still want the best for them, but if you keep hanging around them and you do the same things that they do, like, you're going to be distracted from the purpose that I had for you. You already know what you want to do. I already told you what you're going to do. But if you hang around these people all the time, they're going to only hold you back. And I need you. So who you going to choose, them or me? And I'm like, God, listen, you my right-hand man. Like, I'm going to choose you all the time. So that is it. So you got to ask yourself, like, hey, you may have to, like, keep people to the side. And it hurts. Hey, but at least I know that I can wake up every day and say, you know what? Even though this hurts, and it hurts at times, I'm human. But I'm like, hey, when I think about, like, when I'm in this contemplation mode and I'm thinking, like, did I make the right decision? I think about when I'm gaining. And I'm gaining peace. I'm gaining more peace. If I choose these people, it's emotionally draining, and that's something that I don't want. The last thing, my career. So, ever since last year when I made the switch to academia, I can say that it has been very liberating. And next month, I'll be celebrating 7 years of being an attorney. And I met some great people in my legal career, and I will continue to meet great people. But I never felt as supported in my career the way I do now. My colleagues, when I say that they are supportive, like in my success of becoming a great law school professor, they are invested. And the crazy thing is, they don't look like me. It is white females that want the best for me, and they pour in me in a consistent basis. Like, these are white females that pour into me on a consistent basis, and some white males. And so I'm just like excited about this time in my life, because I just have so many people like, hey, and you never know. That's why, like, for me, when I walk into the law school, I say hi to everybody. I say hi to the security guard. I say hi to the janitor. I treat everybody the same. The way I say hi to the janitor, the same way I say hi to the dean. I don't treat them any differently because of their title. Every student that I see, I say good morning. And the student says something like, you know what? You always speak to me. You always recognize me. I say, you know why? Because you're a human being. That is how I treat people. And the crazy thing is, I didn't know. I'm just being myself. Just saying hi to everybody. Like, hey, good morning. Everybody sees me and they say, you know, Professor Tillman, she's just always happy. And when I see her, she just makes me so happy. That's just me. And I didn't know, just because of that, people have conversations about me. And they're like, hey, I want to help you get to the next level. And I didn't even know that when I talk about my career and I see different professors, they're like, you know, Sakina, send me an email. I heard some great things about you, but it's because of who I am. So who are you? You know, people will either talk you up or talk you down. I'm going to tell you this, I can have a badass day, but I'm going to still speak to people. I'm going to still be kind to people because I want my blessing. I don't want no karma. I don't want to go to sleep thinking like, dang, you know, my karma going to hit me today. No. I don't have to worry about that. So when you think about your career and you think about your plan, like your plan and your purpose, they are connected to people, right? They are connected. Your purpose, your plan, and people, they're all connected. All connected. So people can either talk you up or talk you down. So what are people saying about you? What are people saying about you? What are people saying about you? Because the people that you're around, they could be connected to your purpose. So it's not what you do, it's what you say. And it's how you react to things. Because believe it or not, people pay attention. They really do pay attention. That's all I have for today. I'm going to eventually try to figure out how to save this on YouTube. I just don't know. But anyway, I hope that you guys have a great Monday and happy holidays. And if you are feeling sad, hugs to you guys. Seriously. I take mental health very, very seriously. And I just hope that you find some type of comfort if you are struggling during this time. Like, I really pray that for you. I really, really do. I really pray that you find comfort during this time. It is Monday, so I would like to give a shout out to all the dope black men out there. Keep doing your thing. You are amazing. You are great. And I see a lot of things about how some men struggle to go to therapy. I don't know the statistic. I don't know the percentage. I don't know those things. But if you are that guy, I pray that you do go. The world will be a better place when we think about our mental health, because it's connected to so many things. How we think, how we process things, that affects everything. So if you are a black man out there and you are afraid to go to therapy, I pray that you make a decision to go whenever you're ready. But you are amazing. You are great. If you're suffering from depression as a man, because people don't talk about this. If you're suffering from depression as a man or anxiety, hey, you're still amazing. If you're having a bad day as a man, that is absolutely okay. That's okay. It's okay. We all have bad days. But just know that this is just a bad day. It doesn't mean it's a bad year. It's just a bad day. But you are amazing. Never forget that. And to everybody else that's listening, you are amazing. You are dope. You are phenomenal. And you got this. Like, you totally got this. And I pray that you have a great week. Not just a great Monday, but just have a great, phenomenal week. Like, you're so amazing. Like, you're so amazing. That's all I have. Again, happy Monday, and I hope that you enjoy Monday morning chats. What's that? And if you do listen to this, show me how to download this video. Okay, show me how to download that. I appreciate it. Take care, guys.